YouTube, what is going on? Machine TV back with another different type of video. We've done one in the past before and it seemed to be really liked. We're going to be reviewing our community's hut teams. Now I know what you're thinking. What can these guys upgrade? I'm gonna tell you what I would do, or if I would do absolutely nothing. I've attempted to stay out of my Discord, which you can join also and put your team in here for the next one. But first, before we get into this, like the video, comment down below if you would do anything different to these teams than what I said, and make sure you subscribe. Join me on this journey to 1,000 subscribers and let me talk to you. Yeah! All right, so we have 0 pucks given. His first forward line is 91 OV with Linden and McDavid. Team of the year, McKinnon, who is now, I believe, in 93 with Madonna and Bondra. 2 of those cards in one line, and one line is ridiculous. Marty Necas, Four Nations Sid, and Dylan Larkin. And then Braden Point, Zetterberg, and Team of the Year, now 92 overall, Nikita Kucherov. Overall, this forward group is insane, especially with the McKinnon upgrades that we've gotten, and the warp speed cards are just they're pretty solid cards. Let's not beat around the bush on that. Obviously you're probably gonna have the Brady Tkachuk. He could always slot in there. This team's overall really solid. And with the 92 warp speeds and the Team of the Year cards, you don't really have a whole lot of options on your forward side. Now you got Niedermeyer and Makar pairing 1, Montour and Taves, and then you have Foot and Team of the Year Hughes. I like this. Eventually you'll be able to take out Taves for, you know, a Team of the Season card, or, you know, if we get another power-up fantasy event, whatever it may be, you could probably replace him. Quinn Hughes is going to get upgrades once he's playing again, I'm sure. And then in the net, you've got Logan Thompson and Philip Gustafson. Overall, I don't see anything really that I would overhaul completely. Like I said, the only real thing I could see is you could slot in Brady Tkachuk when you get him, and then maybe Devon Taves switch out whenever Quinn Hughes gets an upgrade, as well as maybe, you know, we get another fantasy or something, a good MSP that could go on that side. We got Miller Lightning, who has been a part of these videos before. A few of these guys I have. He's got Team of the Year, McDavid, Sidney Crosby's Four Nation, and McKinnon on his top line, followed by the Quentin Byfield, Zetterberg, and Necas. Team of the Week, Ovechkin, Dylan Larkin, and now the 92 Team of the Year, Kucherov, followed by Kyrou, Repo, who is a 98, and Wayne Gretzky. That forward line, those lines are just disgusting, dude. I mean, not a 90-91 speed Repo makes that card so much better. As of right now, the only thing that you could eventually do on the offensive side of things is maybe get rid of Kyrou when there becomes a card that has speed and a good shot. But I mean, he's also a sharpshooter, so his shot's pretty spot on. Defensively, Team of the Year, Keller, and 99 Parayko. You don't do anything there. Bobby Orr, Team of the Year, Makar, nothing there. Then you have McAvoy and Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer's going to get upgrades. McAvoy is not. The only thing you could do there is when McAvoy becomes obsolete as a 91, you could always replace him with someone better. You could even replace him with a warp speed card that's a defenseman at 99 speed. In the net, Hellebuck and Luongo. 2 cards that are going to upgrade no matter what. So, yeah, solid team, Miller. Solid team, Tank. D to D it. Every single one of these cards just looks disgusting. You have Team of the Year, McKinnon, McDavid, and Fantasy Sorelli on line 1. That's insane. Heisey, Linden, and Barkov X Factor chase card on the second line. Zucker, Fantasy, Dylan Larkin, and Spooner, Team of the Year on line 3. And the now 91 power-up icon Lemieux, Zetterberg, and Team of the Year Cooch on your forwards line. The only thing you could eventually do is the three guys really up the middle in lines 2 through 3 is as we get, upgradable cards or whatever it may be. If you find a card that you like, you could replace those guys. Linden's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Larkin's not that great, so he could be replaced. I personally like Zetterberg. I'd maybe slot him up and then replace Larkin eventually. But as of right now, what can you do? Megan Keller with Evan Bouchard, sharpshooter on line 1. Fantasy Ekholm with Team of the Year Makar. And ASP's Fantasy with Team of the Year Hughes. There's nothing you do there. There's nothing you do defensively, especially with even him being a 91 Bouchard. That sharpshooter card stays in there, if you ask me. In the net, Hellebuck and Luongo. Once again, just like Miller Lightning. You don't change anything. You still continue to make upgrades and master the game. Top shelf, Bud. Starting off, Kyrou, Larkin, Team of the Year McDavid. It's a solid line. Rantanen, Zetterberg, Iggy, who's an upgradable card. Tom Wilson, probably one of the better XP season path cards. Zibanejad and Boldy, followed by Sakic, Thornton, and Hall. Now, offensively, you don't touch those first 3 lines. Whenever you look at least not for now. Now, Tom Wilson and Boldy would probably be the next 2. But what I would say, Jumbo Joe is good to stay. But no, Jumbo Joe would be the one to go now. Hall and Sakic both get free AP, and that would be one of the main reasons why I say keep them, because the AP makes a big difference. You can put them on another player that you may like their abilities, but you don't have the space for them. But man, you could get yourself a X Factor captain Sid if you have the fodder for it, and then you could even slot him all the way up to where Zibanejad is and put Jumbo Joe out of there. That's what I would at least do for maybe the forward side of things. Then you have Fantasy Ekholm with Foot, do nothing. Sharpshooter Hannafin and X Factor Fox, you do nothing there. 90 Ekblad and Hedman, which is a Florida line. I'm talking the state, not the team. A Florida line. Both cards are still very solid. Aaron Ekblad has been one of my best defensemen. So has Hedman. Then you have Bob and Luongo in the net. I'd upgrade Bob a little more, but dude, the team only needs what I would say is like that bottom line. You could potentially upgrade a little bit. Like I said, centers, you could add a Sid, X Factor, on the wing. I know right now you could probably add a warp speed card. You could add a Marty Necas to the winger. There's just multiple different things, and honestly, the speed cards are really good. If you have the fodder to go ahead and make them, I would suggest it. But solid team, dude. Stan Clan forever. This is a Hawks theme team if I've ever seen one. I also know that. Bedard, Richards, and Bondra on the front line, and that's a pretty solid line. Nick Lardis, Ryan Donato, and Alex DeBrincat. Stan Mikita, Dennis Savard, Patrick Kane. Brandon Hagel, Doug Gilmore, Rick Vaev. I'm probably saying that wrong. Don't torch me. Stan. Honestly, as far as a Hawks team, you have a solid Hawks team, and I would say you probably don't need to make any upgrades. Especially, I'm sure if they're out there, you already have them. You know what I mean? Defensively, Bobby Orr and Chelios. Chalmerson and Jokiharju. Seth Jones and Housley. You do nothing. The only thing that you would upgrade first is probably that bottom pairing. Seth Jones just got a transaction card. That is the transaction card. No, he got a transaction card, and you could always get that off the auction house. And I believe it's like a 90 overall. You could always upgrade there. Arvid Soderblom, Lankinen in the net. Solid Hawks team, dude. All right, we got bangers. Connor McDavid's team of the year with Modano and McKinnon, line 1. Whew, I'm already sweating from this one. Marty Necas and Zetterberg with Bondra, line 2. Quentin Byfield with Larkin and Linden. Oh my God. Willie with Dvorsky and Sale. Offensively, man, lines 1 through 3, fantastic. Dvorsky and Sale are not going to upgrade anymore since, you know, we're past the World Juniors. They would be the only thing I would look at. You already have the Marty Necas up top. You could wait for Warp Speed Week 2, which by the time this video comes out, you may have already made that upgrade, but you could look for another speed card, bump it up to the 3rd line. Solid offensively. Defensively, Niedermeyer and Cale Makar's team of the year. ASP, which I still rock that card, and Noah Hannafin from Sharpshooters. Then Vince Dunn and Adam Fox. Dude, you don't need to do anything really as of right now with your defense. Like, Sharpshooters, great. I liked it. The shots are really good, and honestly, with one-timers the way they are in the game, you could really utilize that still. Obviously, you could always use warp speed cards. I think those cards are OP as hell. And then in the net, you have Hasek backing up Bobrovsky. Solid goalie pairing, man. You got a really good team there. Like I said, maybe take a look at the bottom line and your offensive side. Add a week 2 warp speed card, but other than that, it's a solid team and you should be doing really well. This is Bearded Kicks, or Unwritten Story. Need to teach this man how to do a screenshot. It's got Team of the Year McDavid with Linden and Team of the Year McKinnon. Willie with Zetterberg and Rantanen. The Rat King with Larkin and Iggy. Ovi with Heisey and Kucherov's Team of the Year. Dude, solid. And I'm sure you've gotten some upgrades since this. Then he's got Coffee and Makar, Bouchard and Orr, and then Quinn Hughes and Harley. Dude, solid team. Solid team. Markstrom and Gustafson. Yeah, you don't really have to make any adjustments, man. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you want more of these team breakdowns, maybe we can start doing them once a week, once every other week, you know, after we get some new cards and everything, and see what EA brings at us next. Hope you enjoyed it. Like it, comment down below to help defeat the YouTube algorithm. Say Pickle Toes, and make sure you subscribe. Join us on this journey to 1,000 subscribers. We'll see you in the next one.